Here's Downton Abbey, season 2, episode 5, titled episode 2.5. It's August 1918. The con game, mostly for the good to help others. That is the theme of this episode. Mrs. Bates gets conned by Sir Richard on selling the Mary scandal to the newspaper. He kind of forces her to sign a non-disclosure agreement and not to tell anybody else with the scandal that she knows. And of course, Sir Richard's not going to do anything about it because he's going to save Mary, but he also uses it as his own con game because he can basically has Mary's secret under his arm. So anytime that Mary does him wrong, he will expose it, which makes for a good marriage, I guess, between the two of them. Speaking of marriage, Daisy marries William as he's about to die on his deathbed. She doesn't really love him, but she lets him die in peace. So it's like she kind of cons him that she does love him, but even though she doesn't, and he dies in peace, and perhaps Daisy gets a little bit of a army pension in the process. Matthew, oh my God, he has spinal damage and he's told he can't walk anymore and he can't get up. So he basically can't get it up, which I mean is that his certain body part in the middle of his body can't basically produce babies and it's totally limp. So he tells his fiance to leave him even though she's not going to. Mary loves Matthew. Everybody sees it, but does Mary love Matthew after he can't get it up? That's true love, and that's when you know that someone really, really loves you. Ethel has the baby. Of course, she's deserted by the soldier father. Mrs. Hughes is going to help her as Ethel's replacement. The new maid replacement has a son, but it tells you what the world is like in 1918, where she has a son, but she can get good employment because her husband died in the war. Ethel has a son, but nobody will hire her because it's one of those babies that was born not under the marriage agreement. So it's one of those babies that are not good for mankind, so to speak. So it's kind of telling you, it always tells you what kind of how the world is in this movie, in this kind of world, and we've kind of evolved in a lot of ways in the last 100 years. That's my review.